it's not a very well-known field.
Mhm.
How would you say to someone who don't know about it, what is sexology?
Mm.
Mm.
Well, sexology, I will say the study of sex, sexuality, the study also of relationship, because it's sexology is very vast. It's your sex life is related to your education, to the context of your life, to your relationship, to who you are right now, to your health as well. So there's many factors that you have to really think about when you're doing your sex therapy, when you're thinking, when you have reflection about your sex life. So sexology is like all these kind of fields. We are studying, sociology, psychology, biology, um, education. So it's very vast. That's why also it for some people it's hard to to understand because they are just seeing in one very specific aspect, while it's wide.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because if I think about it, sexuality is a key part of life or furthering life as well. And why not study it, right? If it's a key part of being alive. And I like the fact that when you said that it's really interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary,
Mhm.
and I feel that's the way things should move instead of being so specific, so specialized. I like the approach that it's a wide field. Um, I guess my question is in this field because I'm just comparing it with psychology. Like with psychology, they started with looking at disorders, and then it's only later on that the field of happiness and positive psychology someone had to create it because all the previous psychology was about what's wrong with the mind. Is there something similar with sexology?
Depend. I mean, yes, sexology based, like I mean, actually in France and Belgium at the beginning, if you wanted to be a sex therapist, you had to be either a doctor or like a psychologue. So of course they based the sexology on like this kind of things of disorders because it was to solve issues. Here at
Mm.
the Lovell Center, we're trying to have a different approach, which is more like sexual wellness.
Mm, mm-hmm.
So we are less like problem solved. We are more like we guide you to a better sexual well-being. And like if you're having intimacy questions, if you want to have like a better sex life, or if you want to, or if you're curious and you want to try different things, then we have the tools for that.
Mm. What has been your experience in how people are responding to when you had the Kickstarter campaign? What were like the questions they have? Yeah, just interested to know you know what people on the street. What were the
Mhm.
reactions when you were trying to tell them the story of this project you want to create? Yeah.
Well, what is cool about this project, it is very challenging. Because we know that we can reach right now at this moment, we can reach only a small amount of people, the people who are already ready for these kind of things, who are like, we call them like the sexophile, meaning they're already interested in their sex life, they've been through different workshops related to personal development, sex workshops and etc. So them, they're like, oh wow, we were dreaming about like this kind of center, this is amazing. And the rest, which is large largest, it's like more like, what is this crazy things, like who are these crazy people, like usually. And also we kind of break the image of what is a sex therapist, because with my business partner, we are very open-minded, we are very always smiling, cheerful, and we can dance on the street. When we did our video for the crowdfunding campaign, we were dancing on the street and people were like, oh wait, they don't fit in the box of sex therapists. Like they look too fun, too crazy. So we know it's challenging, and also it's our vision. We want the world of sex therapy being like more joyful. That's something that people are shameless about and that they can talk about it. So that's why we're very for us it's very important to keep this image. And we know also it's hard. It's going to take some time to, to bring like this largest amount of people to where we are right now. It takes time, but we're gonna be able to do it, yeah, in a few years.
Yeah, I know this might be a hard question to answer because it's very specific to individuals. But if you can say a few qualities, a few indications that one is having us reach a good level of wellness in terms of sex life, what would it look like, you know?
Yeah, so it really depends on people. But usually they are like pretty confident about themselves. They are feeling good in their body. They are feeling good in the relationships. They usually don't have a lot of issues talking about sex. They're also very curious. And I think curiosity is one of the quality, I think, because, our sex life changed through the time, through who we are. So we're changing, we're evolving through what we've been through the relationships and everything. And I think if you keep being curious, then it's very good because you have to adapt to any changes. And the more flexibility you have, the more able you are to adapt, then this is also a good key to have a sexual satisfaction. Or at least you're curious and you're open-minded to find solutions, to find resources for your sexual wellness.